Talk about bearing the lead, guys. Zidane Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. In today's video, we're talking about Queen Banana, which, if you guys don't know, that is going to be the next episode that's going to be releasing from Gloob on the 4th. Yay! Excuse me while I go freak out for a few minutes, because they buried so many leads. Like, actually, I didn't know it was possible to hide so many leads. Basically, if you guys, apparently, someone revealed this. I don't know who. I was on the Miraculous wiki trying to get some more information about Guilt Trip, because Guilt Trip is the episode that I actually have very little information on, and I plan to do a video about that as well. I thought, oh, I've got pretty much everything under control when it comes to Queen Banana. It looks pretty straightforward. Turns out, Zoe is Chloe's sister, or I should say, half-sister, which, excuse me, what? The two of them are so close in age. That is what worries me. But, I mean, obviously, I can understand Audrey being a bit of a, and being awful to her first husband, or being awful to Andre if Zoe is younger, but oh my gosh. So somehow, maybe within 1 or 2 years, because keep in mind, Zoe and Chloe look to be about, at most, they can be 4 years apart. Actually, like, seriously, if that isn't clear yet, Chloe and Zoe can only be about 4 years apart. And on top of that, we don't know Zoe's father yet. And more than likely, Audrey isn't actually taking care of her, because obviously we've seen Audrey. Do you honestly expect Audrey to take care of any of her children? But on top of that, if a little theory I have is correct, then, yeah. Oh boy. For those of you want to know the theory? Here's it simply. Zoe is Gabriel's daughter. Yeah. So, I have a theory that Zoe is not just Chloe's half-sister, but also Adrian's half-sister. Which, keep in mind, Adrian and Chloe are the same age. They've grown up together for many years. Gabriel, I can kind of understand if maybe he was an idiot and basically he was an idiot when he was younger and decided, you know what, I'm gonna be with my girlfriend, who is Audrey, but then later realizes, no, I don't actually love her, finds out too late that she's pregnant with Zoe, and then he goes off and marries, he actually realizes that he loves Adrian's actual mother, and all of that jazz, which, honestly, I kind of doubt that all of this is true, but it's a possibility considering how frickin' blonde her hair is. Like, obviously, Audrey, yeah, and also, there's actually, like, as far as I'm aware, blonde is still a pretty common hair color in France. So, but we haven't seen many, so that's why I'm not exactly certain. But the fact remains that, oh boy, the other possibility is that it's the frickin' photo guy who, but, which, why do people think that? I kind of get it, but at the same time, why? Why would Audrey ever settle for him? Oh, there's so much to just unpack there. And I don't really have time to actually talk about every single thought that I'm getting because of this thing. But yeah, so let's actually talk about the plot of this episode, which so we don't actually have that much, but more than likely here's what's going to happen. So Zoe shows up suddenly. She has been transferred into the school by her father or her adoptive parents, whoever they are. And will basically she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm actually an artist. I'm really skilled at art, um or I'm a senior or whatever." Basically, she's older than them, which I don't know. She looks younger for some reason, but that's not the point. Either she's a really skilled artist and Audrey cheated, or she's just either behind or whatever, or she's whatever. There's a lot of things that could be happening, and she's just like slightly older, and Audrey left her old husband or boyfriend and left him with the kid while she went off with Andre. There's a lot to it, and I don't have time for it. Or she sent her up for adoption. There's a lot of things to it, and it's actually insane. But the point is, Zoe shows up, they all work with her to create her movie, where Chloe happens to be the main bad guy or the main hero, and wipes out everyone else. Zoe cuts it. They continue doing their stuff. They come back to the school, and Zoe is like, Zoe somehow reveals that she is Chloe's half sister, and everyone's like, "Oh, well, that's interesting," and Chloe goes off. It's just like, "No, you're younger than me. You can't be. My mom would never cheat on my dad." And just, or, "No, my parents have been together for a really long time. You can't be. Even if you're older than me, there is no way that you can be here." Blah, blah, blah. All these different. She's just going off on her. And eventually basically, Marinette is like, "Dude, she's your sister. Do not blame her for your parents' mistakes, whatever they are. She is your sister. You should be supportive. You should be glad that you have her. She is here for you. She just wants to know that she just wants to be with her sister. She has done nothing wrong to you. It is your parent. If anyone is to blame, it is your parents. Do not put this on her," or something like that. And Chloe's not having any of it. She storms off, obviously gets akumatized. Big whoop. But she comes back storming in, and in order to basically, Marinette changes into Ladybug, grabs Zoe, runs off, calls up Cat Noir, and is like, "Hey, we got a problem. Chloe is akumatized again. I need your help. I'm gonna get some help. I'm gonna try and get some of our friends to help out. So if you can distract her while I get this new person set up, go for it." The two basically grabbing Zoe to change her into Vespera and all of this stuff. And basically, she explains, "Okay, this is the Miraculous that your sister had. This may drive an even bigger wedge into your relationship. So whatever you do, do not reveal this to her. It's going to drive a big wedge between her and me. I'd rather her be mad at me than her be mad at you." So, yeah. Gives the Miraculous to Zoe. The two of them run off, and Zoe is now Vespera, and the three of them fight against Cat Noir, Ladybug, and Zoe fight against Queen Banana, who is riding on her Senna monster that's a gorilla, which I just want to say, how is this not actually gorilla? Which is obviously Adrian's bodyguard. I understand that it's not, but at the same time, it's like, he looks exactly like him. I'm just saying. Oh, there's a lot to that, and we're not going to get into all of that. But the point is that they fight, big bad battle, everything is insane. They save the day. Chloe is given her charm. But now it comes time for some other big things. Realizing that Vespera is now holding the Be Miraculous, Chloe needs to come to realization of a few things. One, she needs to realize that her new relationship with her sister could have been a truly amazing relationship, and she may have ruined it. And she needs to go and apologize to her sister. She needs to find her and apologize and try and build back a relationship. But on top of that, she also needs to realize that being Queen Bee is not who she's meant to be anymore. She is meant to be someone else. She's meant to just be Chloe. And if she can't be Chloe, then she's not going to be able to improve her life. She's not going to improve anything, for that matter. She's just going to continue to be a spoiled brat for years and years to come. I've mentioned in the past that Season 2 is the Chloe arc, because a good amount of that season was improving Chloe so that she may actually be ready to use a Miraculous. We knew that she was going to be getting a Miraculous, and however it would be, we were ready for it. Is it a bad way to handle it? Absolutely. But the point is that we knew that she would get the Miraculous, and needless to say, she has improved. Even if only slightly. She's still a terrible human being. We all know this. Like, seriously. Look at practically any episode from Season 3, and you'll realize that Chloe just... she does not do well. I mean, seriously, the episode that would have made the most sense for Chloe to get to have a Miraculous again, and she doesn't get a Miraculous, yeah, that's surprising that she's basically powerless. Oh, there's a lot to that, but it's not a huge deal to discuss. The fact is that she lost her place. She was cocky. She bragged to people. She was not worthy of being the holder of that Miraculous. And as such, there being a new one actually makes a lot of sense. And it's going to be her wake-up call. These two factors, the fact that she has just met her new sister, on top of the fact that someone new is holding the Miraculous, who, keep in mind, I do not think that Vespera is going to reveal her identity. But the two of them, these two factors, are going to change how Chloe looks at the world. And hopefully it's going to mean that she can improve moving forward, getting better and better over the next few episodes, or the next few seasons, to eventually be at a point where maybe, just maybe, Marinette feels, okay, you are now worthy to hold a Miraculous. It may not even be from the Chinese box, but the fact is that she could see her as being worthy to hold a Miraculous, even if for a short amount of time. Or the other possibility is that when it's time for Zoe to go somewhere else, Chloe is going to be able to handle it with dignity and understanding. And because of that, when Marinette sees that, she's going to realize she's grown a lot since she first gained her Miraculous, or since I first met her. Maybe it's time that she is actually worthy to hold the Miraculous. And in that moment, Chloe is going to be different. Instead of choosing to take on the name Queen Bee once again, she'll instead decide, no, I'm not Queen Bee. I'm Vespera now. I will take up the name that my sister used and become Vespera as a way to continue the lineage, and also to think that it hasn't actually changed hands at all. It's basically just been the same person who's using the same Miraculous, whatever the case is. And her outfit changes as well to make her look closer, if not exactly like Vespera did, rather than having her old outfit, which was more about glamourness. Instead, she drops the facade and returns back to just being a person who's ready to hold the Miraculous. It's definitely a possibility, and something that we should at least be thinking about. The fact is that more than likely, Zoe is going to be involved with the series for a long time moving forward. So, needless to say, I'm excited to see how the story continues, and see how Zoe takes on the responsibility of becoming Vespera, and how Chloe grows as a person. But anyways, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like, leave your thoughts and theories down in the comments below. Seriously though, if you have any theories, please leave them down there, because I want to discuss these things with you guys. Especially about the fact of who is Zoe's father. If we can figure out who Zoe's father is before it's revealed, then that is going to be awesome. Also, I do think that Zoe will have biological parents. So, yeah, look forward to seeing how that is... or not biological parents. Adoptive parents. Because I honestly just can't see her still being with her dad, especially after how awful Audrey is. So, the fact... more than likely, Audrey or her dad sent her to an orphanage or something and had somebody else adopt her. So she may be with her foster parents or with her adoptive parents, whoever they are. So, yeah. So we will be talking about that in a future video, but just hold tight for that theory. So, seriously, leave your thoughts about that, because I really want to know what you guys think, and we'll probably work them into that theory. Of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and ring that notification bell, because like I said, we'll be talking about this stuff as well as many other things moving forward with Miraculous and all of this here. Oh boy, I'm excited. Of course, if you guys do want to support the channel even more, then definitely head down to the description and check out all of our links down there, including our social medias, our other 2 channels, and ways that you can support us financially, including our merch store, the book, and the Patreon, which a big thank you to our current patron, Sheeny. But anyways, guys, I've been Electro Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. But on